everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel, and it is late in the day on Wednesday, so I don't know, it's late in the afternoon I should say, and I have things to do tonight. So you guys may actually see this video tomorrow on Thursday along with my Thursday video, and I'm actually batch recording, so you're going to be like, you're in the same outfit. Yes I am. Yes I am. But they probably won't go up until Thursday. That's okay though. You know what, Vlogmas, it's okay. Vlogmas is Vlogmas, right? We're all counting down to Christmas. We're having fun recording videos for all of our followers and friends, and it doesn't need to be all that serious. Like, who cares if it's a day late? So anyway, just so you know, 'tis the season, and Mary doesn't have it together because I never was able to like record ahead of time, but it's all good. So we're going to talk about my writing career today. The reason why is because a lot of people have asked me over the last couple of months, and really over like my personal friends have asked me in the last year, whatever happened to your writing career? Are you going to continue writing? Are you done with writing? Like, will you never write another book again? And I get a lot of questions, especially because I took Mom's book down, and I get a lot of questions from family about, are you ever going to put Mom's book back up? I get a lot of that. So I thought I would address some of those questions today and let you guys know kind of what my thought process is moving forward with my writing career. If you are here for BookTube and you do not care about the AuthorTube content on my channel, that is okay. You can skip out and come back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about my favorite Christmas books tomorrow, some Christmas recommendations. So if you're like, don't care, that's okay. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow. If you do care, hang out with me and we'll talk a little bit about what my goal is for my writing career in the future. So I've talked about it numerous times on this channel about how I tried self-publishing. It was a bad experience. I have a whole video I did like a week ago about my self-publishing nightmare, and I tried writing for like different e-zines back in the day. I did blogs back in the day. I think I did hub pages. I think I still, my hub pages account may still be active, but I mean the articles are like very not really relevant for today at all. And I enjoyed writing for them. I wrote for, I think, e-zines. Pretty sure it was e-zines. I did a lot of like content writing for blogs, but then I also wrote books. And, you know, we talked a little bit about my self-published books, but I've always wrote. My entire life I've been writing. I can remember being a little girl and writing stories in my notebooks, or, you know, making storyboards and things. So I've always been that person who has a story to tell and wants to tell a story. But I jumped into self-publishing way too soon, and I think I just allowed myself to get disheartened by it. I got my feelings hurt by bad reviews, although the bad reviews were completely warranted. At the time, I felt hurtful. I look back now and I'm like, but they're right. It wasn't a good book. So the bad reviews were 100% valid and should have been said, right? But at the time I was like, I'm so hurt. And I just feel like I kind of embarrassed myself coming out of the front there, just not really going about it the right way. I look at some of the indie published, self-published, or even just like traditionally published authors that I see out today, and how their social media is branded and they have content out. If they have a YouTube channel, I look at like, I don't know, Sarah Cannon, for example. She's so branded. You can look at her video, you can look at her books, and you know it's her. And I didn't know any of that. I had no experience. I was fresh out of college, and I just had no idea what I was doing, and I failed miserably. So I do go back and forth on whether or not I'm going to write under my real name or whether I'm going to write under a pen name. I do think I'm probably going to just write under my name for a little while. There are some other books that I may switch out genres. So I think my name would be good for things like that I'm known for, like my article writing and some of the nonfiction. So obviously Mom's book, I need to re-release. I need to edit and re-release. And any kind of devotional, nonfiction type book or content writing, I think is fine under my name. But I do think that in the romance world, I kind of pooped all over my name because my romance novels sucked. And I think I'm probably going to try to find a pen name and write under a pen name. With that being said, moving forward, yes, my focus is to start writing more. I would really like to continue writing. I enjoy it. I have been writing off and on for the last year. I just haven't released anything. I do still think self-publishing is a great idea. I love the process of being in charge of my own book. but I just didn't do the research. You have to do the research first, and I didn't do the research. So I'm going to make sure that if I do self-publish another book, that I give myself, number one, timelines that make sense, because one of the things that shot me in the foot was I released The Wild Side, I released Lessons My Mother Taught Me, and then I had all these books planned, right? I'm going to release this book this month, this book this month, and I let people know that. I put it on my website, I put it on my socials. Hey, I'm going to have a book coming out in June. But then May would come around and I hadn't even written half the book. And I was like, you can't give a timeline and you cannot give an expectation to your readers, even though I had 2 because my book sucked. But you can't give an expectation and then not follow through. So I was unreliable and I wasn't writing good content. So I think going forward, I need to be honest with myself about timelines. Don't think about publishing this book until it's written, edited, and it's a good piece of work. And then if you can look at this and go, I really think this is a good piece of work, then get a plan to self-publish and release it. Until then, you have no business, this is me talking to myself, you have no business telling people you're going to release the book at a certain date and time when you haven't even written the book yet. That's stupid. So, I was just really young and stupid and naive, and I made a lot of dumb mistakes. So yes, I do plan on continuing to write. I would like to self-publish a few books. I think that over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to actually create maybe a Facebook page or something for myself. That'll just be Mary Ellen Quigley. That's going to be my opportunity to share my YouTubes. I have 2 YouTube channels, any blog articles I write, anything I write. This is just going to be my way to share them. I can do that through Instagram, and I'm not really on Twitter. I have a Twitter, I'm not really on Twitter, but I can do that through Instagram and stuff. The problem with Instagram is that it's mostly my family and friends on my Instagram. They don't care about my writing stuff. And it's also really hard to share a link to a blog post, because you have to be go to my profile and click on the link, and then you have to constantly change out the link. And so it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm thinking of creating a Facebook page. If you're interested, I will let you guys know once I create it. I'll link it below so you guys can go there if you want to, but I'm going to slowly start getting back into writing. I think that this time around, though, the goal is going to be to do it slowly and to go into it the right way, to make sure that I'm editing, to make sure that I'm putting out good content, that the content is timely, it makes sense, and to actually build a following. And again, I think that my romance novels will probably be under a pen name. I honestly don't care if people really know what that kind of defeats the purpose of a pen name, but for my purposes, it's just going to be to separate my work. For one reason is I do come from a religious background. I have a lot of religious friends who, whether or not your romance is clean, have told me that romance is from the devil. It's bad. I have my microphone. It's bad to read romance novels because they give you a false expectation of what a future spouse would be like, which makes you unhappy in your marriage and is not how God intended marriage to be. Look, I am not reading a romance novel and being there's my husband. Because guys, throw their dirty underwear on the floor, burp a lot, and don't hear a word you say in a conversation half the time because they're watching football. I know this, I'm not stupid, but I like to read my romances because they're feel good. I don't think that I'm a sinner going to hell because I'm reading and writing romance novels. As long as, I'm not writing a book about a demon or something like that. That would be absolutely not accepted by my church kind of thing. But because I have so many people in my life that are religious and come from a religious background, I will probably write romance under a pen name. I will tell you what the pen name is when I figure it out. Because I don't care that people know, but then I'll let my religious friends know that if you don't want to read a romance novel, but you want to read my work or read the Mary Ellen Quigley work and stay away from the whatever my pen name is work. So anyway, that's my thought process. That is the goal. So yes, I plan on writing. And if there are any other author tubers out here who want to, connect and be friends, let me know, because I could use more AuthorTube friends too. I want to keep this channel still primarily booktube, but I don't mind throwing in a video here and there about AuthorTube because it's fun, right? You can do both. All right, guys, that is my update for today. Some of you guys I don't care, but that's okay because this is my update for those of you who have been asking. And tomorrow we will be back talking about my favorite Christmas books because I love holidays and Christmas is my favorite holiday. I don't really think there's like books about like Easter. You know what I mean? There are some romance novels that are like Halloween-esque, but not like Easter and stuff. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow, even though I'm recording today, for Christmas books. Talk to you later. Bye.